Many people consider Rome Total War to be one of the best Total War games ever made, but I've never really played it. I only have about an hour of playtime before recording this video. But, what if I give it a shot, and I play for pretty much the first time in the year 2021 with no experience. The first thing I did was I decided to play the introduction first because it seemed the logical place to start. So starting off, I'm going to play the video that it plays when you first click on the introduction.
The year is 329 BC. Italy. Warring city-states vie for power and superiority over their neighbors. The Senate and people of Rome control the Latin states, but enemies surround them. The Republic stands at a crossroads in history.
Romans, senators, friends. Latium is firmly under the rule of the Senate and people of Rome. The Latin people are now one. Not since noble Brutus drove out the last king have we known such a glorious day. But now, my friends, in this hour of glory, we must be on our guard. To the south, treacherous Greeks and Samnites block our trade. Tarquinii groans beneath the tyrant's heel. That tyrant threatens Rome. Will we abandon Tarquinii? And now barbarians raid from the north, burning and pillaging Roman lands. Shall we let danger fester and grow? Or will we act as Romans, with courage and dignity? Remember, we are the sons of Mars! As Senate leader, I call upon tribunes Gaius Julius and Decius Brutus to smash the Gauls and relieve Tarquinii. All those in favor say aye!
This video was honestly great. It really did a good job of setting up not just the tutorial, but honestly the entire game. It really made you feel like you were the last line between Rome spreading out and creating its great empire, or just becoming another footnote in history. It honestly made the tutorial a lot more exciting than it really needed to be. The tutorial itself, I'm not going to talk too much on. I've got the video in the background of the very end of the tutorial. All I'm really going to say is it was adequate. It described the basic movements, but it didn't really describe anything that would help you do anything other than move your troops around and not get your ranged troops get caught up by melee troops. It never really taught anything to do with what matchups are good other than ranged lose to melee in a melee fight. I thought that should be obvious, but other than that it was adequate. Tutorial that was campaign focused, that just shows the basics. It was pretty good. It showed you more or less what you needed to do. But the last thing that was shown was another battle at the end of the campaign, and it resulted in units on the enemy team to get bugged out in the square, which made it impossible to win. I'm not sure if this is a common problem just with the tutorial or with Rome in general. In all the other hours of playing, I never encountered it again, but I figured it was worth bringing up. The next thing I tried to do was historical battles. I tried quite a few. Most of them I lost. They all had something very unique about them though, at least the 4 or 5 that I played. They all had, instead of having you deploy your troops at the start, with the exception of one, you pretty much got thrown right into a battle and had to react. The game did start off paused, which allowed you a chance to react. But other than that, it really got you right to the action. It made you feel like you were the general that got stuck in this trap or otherwise situation that they got themselves in, and I really liked that. It added a lot of flavor to the game. It was difficult, maybe because I'm just bad, but it was a lot of fun. And they also had their own unique general speech. I will show the one of the historical battle that I actually won here.
85 BC, and the bloody First Punic War is at an end. Rome now expects little resistance as she uses her might and influence. The mere sight of her armies quashes any signs of opposition. Peace, however, never seems to last. Gallic tribes and mercenaries have marched from Transalpine Gaul into Etruria through an unguarded pass in the Apennines. To meet this invasion, the Romans have called on resources and manpower from across central and southern Italy. A powerful defensive force has been rapidly mobilized. They have outmaneuvered the Gauls, forcing these barbarians towards the Tuscan coast. Meanwhile, a second Roman army has landed at Pisae. The Gauls now have no line of retreat. They are surrounded, trapped. Assailed from both sides, the Gauls must fight for their very existence as a free people. Their only hope for survival is to quickly defeat the Roman forces in front of them, and then turn to deal with the Romans approaching from the rear. Or their defeat is certain.
After playing historical battles, I decided to go ahead and play the actual campaign as the Julii. Played for about 2 or 3 hours, and I got a good mix of open field battles, attacking with sieges, and defending them. Overall, I decided the game was pretty fun, but there was a few things that I didn't exactly like the diplomats. After playing new Total War games, the diplomat system in Rome Total War is honestly the worst thing ever. It's really frustrating because there are times when I wanted to peace out and I just couldn't because I didn't have a diplomat near them, because I was kind of using the diplomat as a spy, although that is my fault. I will give the game credit for that. If I knew what I was doing, I probably could have managed the system a lot better. Another thing that I did like about the game, though, was the AI seemed a lot more willing to negotiate. There was a time when I had control of the city of Massalia. I lost it in a defense because I only had like 2 town watch and a general defending it, and they had their entire army. They took it, and then I took another city of theirs at some point, and they decided to ask me for peace. Just a straight peace, we keep whatever settlements we had. But because I was, I think, in a stronger position than they were, or maybe they just wanted wanted to give up and go back to peace, they decided to give in to a demand of me getting Massalia back. It worked pretty great at first, until I realized I was sieging another settlement, and I got stuck in that settlement's zone of control, and then I immediately had to redeclare war on them in order to get my army to be able to move again. But overall, the game was really fun. One thing that I really liked about the campaign was, unlike modern Total War games, there's an actual population mechanic, and when you were to recruit new troops, what would happen is those troops would actually decrease the population in that city. So I feel like the game was really more balanced towards having more elite troops, but fewer troops overall in order to preserve the manpower. that made the game a lot more fun, but also frustrating, because it made every little mistake that I made in battle even worse. There was one where I was attacking with my entire army just moving forward because I thought I could easily crush them because I was so much stronger than them, and I had my general running off somewhere else, but the cavalry ran first ahead of the troops because of course it's faster. And then by the time I realized what was happening, my entire cavalry and roughly like 60 men were dead, and I had to replace them, so it's kind of frustrating, but that was nobody's fault but my own, so I can't really fault the game from it. It actually made the game a lot more enjoyable because I knew I couldn't throw away troops, so I mean it was fun. What's my verdict on Rome Total War? Overall, I think it is a really fun game. I feel like I didn't give it enough of a chance. I only played like an hour of it, and then I quit. And I don't know why. I feel like I probably got frustrated with how the units move, because they don't move all at once like they're robots. They actually move like people, so there's a little bit of a delay. That kind of frustrated me, because I like the newer way of you just click it and they move. But overall, I think as I've gotten a little bit older, I've played more games, I start to appreciate things like this. So overall, I would give the game a solid 8 out of 10. There's obviously some jank the game still has, which is to be expected from such an old game. But overall, it's really cool, and if you can pick it up, especially on sale, I absolutely would, and give it a try, because you will not be disappointed.